Terrarian in the Dungeon, Chapter 82, Fan Fiction, by Azazyel. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel for listening and patreon.com/Azazyel to read all of his stories. When I asked Freya to get rid of Ishtar, I had zero idea this event would explode into an incident that would shake Orario to its foundations. Ishtar's connection to Evolus was in full swing as, from alleys and tunnels into Orario's sewer, Evolus members clad in white cloaks poured out and slaughtered everyone that wasn't wearing a white cloak. Within the red light district sure there was a great number of adventurers blessed by a fauna that gave them strength above their civilian kin, but in the end, for the most part, the level 1s and even levels 2s were ground down by the white-cloaked psychopaths of Evolus who were brainwashed into only killing those that stood in their ways. I could only hear the screams of the civilians and adventurers that were unlucky to survive being mauled by the Evolus members who were armed with cheap weapons, to say nothing of the people who were grievously wounded by the Evolus members with alchemical bombs strapped to themselves. Get out of the way, damn it. I snarled as I cut down any Evolus member I came across as I searched through the whorehouses for Haruhime. I truly regretted telling Freya to flip the switch as it were, as I had damn clue where the Renard Harum was. While I was coming out of a whorehouse I cleared out, I heard someone scream from above me, and as I looked up I saw an Evolus member get kicked off the roof of the 4-story building I cleared and then collide with the ground to the right of me with a sickening crack as his neck and back probably broke, and then I looked back up and saw a thin silhouette with the person wearing what looked to be a white shirt and a green parka or something wrapped around her with a hood over her head. Ryu? I muttered, wondering if the other girls within the hostess were out and about as I took in the form of the only person I knew that would go into combat with bloomers of all things, leaving their legs bare. So I just nodded to her and went next door to the next large whorehouse to clear it of Evolus and to try to find Haruhime. Honestly, Evolus was so cartoonishly evil for evil's sake that even when I butchered them, I couldn't even see them as human, especially with how they covered up their entire bodies in the white hooded cloaks. I just treated them as monsters. I wasn't going to bother getting their monster stones out. So even as their blood boiled into steam off meteor armor, my mind and consciousness were clear of angst for killing these rabid animals. Where the hell do I find a fox girl in the red light district? I snarled, kicking what I hoped was a Paulum Evolus member through a wall, and pitched a grenade into his head to finish him off as the room he was kicked into was painted with his remains. Sir, the exotic girls are at the back right section of the red light district in the wealthiest sector. An Amazon nervously said as I looked scary as fuck with crimson mist from the blood boiling off my armor. I smiled at the Amazon, who paled at my helmeted visage swinging to her. Oh lovely, well go north from here. I cleared a path so Evolus members will likely be thinner in that direction, or just hide here as that should be the last Evolus member, I said, and the girl said she would hide here, so I shrugged, and as I exited the building I placed a couple of stone blocks in front of it so no one could enter the door through the front door. Jake, what the hell are you doing here? I heard someone shout, and I saw Tiona armed with her dual-bladed weapon striding through the wreckage of a collapsed building. I shrugged in answer to her question. I am here to aggressively adopt a fox, but I just need to find her, I said before smiling. She is supposed to be at the core of the red light district, and those Evolus pukes will probably be super concentrated there. Wanna come to help me clear it out? I asked, and Tiona wore a bloodthirsty grin as she nodded. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. I haven't gotten to fight with you since we made that tunnel into the dungeon, and I want to do that again as the sheer number of enhanced monsters made us get some good excelia. Tiona said happily as she spun her urga in the air to get ready to kill some more Evolus trash. With Tiona's help, I was able to use my magic weapons and my mini shark to slaughter our way through the throngs of Evolus members, with Tiona keeping the Evolus members off my back, and as we reached the core of the red light district, I saw Orario's backbone of strength was at war with Evolus. Wallenstein was fighting a sword fight against a voluptuous woman with red hair, along with a man with silver hair, while Finn was fighting that psychotic woman with pink hair with a cursed sword. It seemed that everyone that was at level 5 in Orario, including a couple dozen people I didn't even know of, was locked in combat with Evolus people that seemed to match their numbers and level, as if not exceed the native people of Orario. Azu, I am coming. Tiona yelled as she cratered the ground she was standing on with the force she used to leap across the alleyway we used to enter the central area of the red light district, not far from Ishtar's tower. I took one view of the battle that was shattering buildings with all those high-level adventures, and shook my head. Nope, fuck that, I said primly as I spun on my heel and kept on my way towards the right side of the red light district in search of my fox girl. 5 minutes later I was laying limp on the ground after one of the Evolus members caught me by surprise when they had a short chant of suicide magic to go along with their alchemical bombs, so my armor rating got destroyed, but either way, I killed the evilest member and prevented them from killing the people that were hiding in this whorehouse, but as I dissipated my helmet into my inventory and took out a health potion to mend up my ribs, I had the potion stolen out of my hands by a smooth and thin hand. Sir, your ribs are in terrible condition, and I heard them break when you landed, so don't move, please. I heard a gentle woman's voice speak, and I looked up painfully as the woman carefully brought the potion in her hands to my mouth. I choked on the mushroom-tasting potion as blonde hair trailed over my face with fox ears and green eyes looking down at me as Haruhime Sanjino gave me a lap pillow to help me drink the potion after saving her life from a suicide bomber. Is it wrong to fall in love with a fox girl priestess after saving her life, and her nursing you back to health? I thought jokingly to mentally push down the pain of my ribs unfucking themselves and healing with the potion so I could sit up with a groan. Hey. You are a slave, aren't you? I said, frowning as I looked at the adamantine collar around her neck. Granted, Ororio had outlawed slavery, but outlawing things in this city with petulant and evil gods was never a guaranteed thing. I knew I couldn't just say, "Hey Haruhime, you are the best waifu in the world, please come with me so I can take advantage of your cheats and do my best to seduce you." No, I needed to play dumb to her circumstances, though it was a bit scummy, though it was undoubtedly for the best for her. I am not much of a slave, but my life is bound to the Ishtar dash. Before she could say anything, I poked the adamantine collar bound and welded around her neck, and it broke apart into motes of light as it instantly disappeared around her neck and entered my inventory, and for a moment Haruhime froze. So. Wanna join my familia? We have cookies, and I will give you head pats. I offered goofily as Haruhime gingerly touched her pale neck that had obviously been covered by the collar and had changed the color of her skin like when people wear a cast on a leg or arm for a couple of months.